Hi, so we're joined today by Kim Smith from Radio Northwich. Hi, Kim.
Hi. Hi.
And we wanted to have a catch up with Kim to find out a bit about her because she was a shortlisted nominee for the COVID-19 Community Hero Award, and then she actually won the Judges Award. So we just want to have a catch up with Kim and find out all about her and what she's been up to.
Brilliant.
Hi, Kim. Lovely to see you.
Thank you. And I've done my hair special because my hair, to be fair, has been resembling a barrister's wig. And so I straightened it in earnest yesterday and then again today because a barrister's wig isn't the look I'd like to portray.
No. Yeah, you rock a bit more of a cool look than a barrister's wig.
Absolutely. To be fair, the back still resembles a barrister's wig, but you and I can't see it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I thought everyone will hear you on the Radio Northwich, but I just thought if you just wanted to tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm 61. I've been a nurse for 40 years and passionate about people's health. And I started on Radio Northwich. I was the first female presenter on Radio Northwich, having done a few radio shows previous to that. And I knew that the minute I saw Radio Northwich, I knew that it was going to be fabulous. And we just moved into brand new premises in Barons Quay. But on the Christmas Eve 2019, I found a lump in my right breast whilst in the shower and got diagnosed in January last year with breast cancer. And do you know, it has been an absolute adventure because it's been a really special, if you treat it like that, instead of going, you know, I knew I was going to survive and I knew it was going to take a year. And we've just embraced it and it's been really, really wonderful. And I've been exceedingly lucky because I found my lump after my 60th birthday party, which meant all my friends and us had a bit of a do. And I found my lump before COVID. So it meant that I was able to continue with all my treatment. And although breast cancer isn't ever going to define me, Kim Smith, it's a massive part of who I am moving forward because it's changed things for me. And, you know, then breast cancer and lockdown, hails bells. But we were given a golden opportunity on Radio Northwich to all have radio studios in our kitchen. And my studio is still on the kitchen table. And it's funny because when Boris said you couldn't have people around for Christmas dinner, me and David said, thank goodness, because I can't move the studio, too many cables. So I've carried on doing my show every day.
Carry on working throughout your treatment.
Through chemotherapy. I've been being sick. I've fell asleep once or twice on the show. My mum's had to phone me and say, are you all right? And I've woken up. Done the show where I can't even talk properly because I've got mouth ulcers. But you know, there's always people worse off than me. And the people that have struggled this year have been people who are on their own.
Well, yeah, you've done an amazing job on Radio Northwich, just keeping everyone's spirits high and just being your usual cheery self. Like if no one knew, like they would never have been able to guess that you were going through such a personal struggle.
Oh, thank you. But I was determined as well. Even though I've been a nurse for a long time, I've never gone through breast cancer with anybody. I didn't know anybody who'd gone through the whole thing. So it was a great opportunity for me to share my story. And I told my kids who are in the 30s, right, this is what I'm going to be doing. I mean, I'm not, you know, I want people to know step by step what's happening because I don't want anybody ever going into it being frightened because there's always somebody there to help you. And it's opened my eyes. I know that many more people who, you know, nobody walks around with a badge on them saying I've had cancer. But since I've had cancer, I've met so many more people who have. And you become part of this knowing nod group, really.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, definitely. So from the Community ReAwards point of view, you were a huge supporter of ours, and in the run up to the in-person awards ceremony we had in January 2020, you had different people that had been nominated on the show to give them a platform, and you've continued to do that this year with our nominees and our winners. And I think that that's why you ended up winning the Judges Award, just because the amount of work you do for the community where you give all these people a voice. Is there anyone that sticks out in your mind that you've interviewed?
Well, the thing is, first of all, I just think I'm extremely lucky to be in this position where I am able to do that. And for me, we are Radio Northwich. We are part of the community. And there are so many people that I've spoken to since. I mean, Bev Owen, Bev and Sally Cannon that did Re-Engage. What amazing women they are. To do what they do, and they both work full time. Yeah. I mean, Chris Railton, when he won his award for the Community First Responders, I am so proud of those people because they are untrained. They're not doctors, they're not nurses, they are volunteers that go to a call. They don't know what on earth they're going to get when they get there. And to me, people like them, goodness me, they deserve a platform. And Chris said to me the other day that, you know, thanks to coming into Radio Northwich, we really raised the profile. And then I did some money raising at my 60th birthday party, and I did a disco at Retros and raised some money for them. I want to get as many charity names out as I possibly can. And if I'm doing a daily show and I have 4 guests on a week, I'm determined that 1 per week guest is somebody who is doing something amazing in our community.
Yeah, there's so many things that go on that unless you're involved in that charity or you need that service, you're not really aware of it.
I spend a lot of time scrolling, so I scroll forever, and you know, people send me people, and I was extremely lucky to be sent Chris Judge, and I knew nothing about Directions from Men, and what an amazing chap he is, and he won an award, and he's such a special lad. I met Scott Burstow at the previous night, which was fabulous. And again, he is just the most amazing fundraiser, and Tiny Steps. You know, there's just so many people. I met John Buckley, who again, John Buckley, been around forever, doing so much for the community, unnoticed really. I could go on, I could wax lyrical, but and I've just mentioned to you, you know, a youngster coming forward, Spider-Man of Northwich. Everybody watch this space, because this young lad is 15 with some specific learning difficulties, and all he wants to do is make people smile and raise awareness and raise some funds if possible for making space. And if we've got people like him coming through, we've got no problems as a community, have we? If you've got people like him coming through, we're just going to sail through this as a community.
Yeah, definitely. So how did you find the virtual community rewards versus the one that you attended in person the year before?
Well, the one that we intended was funny, really, because as I got ready for that night, it was the very last night I knew that I'd be going out, because I was starting my chemotherapy the week after. So it was a really great night to be sat on a table with people like Deborah Dixon-Williams, Rachel King, Sally and Bev on the next table. Lovely Cody, Cordelia Gapari came and sat with us. Carol Salmon from Leighton Hospital. That was such an amazing night. The emotion, because everybody who volunteers is just doing their little bit. There's loads of people doing a little bit. And I didn't think you'd even scratch the sides, but what you achieved, you amazing team, you Community ReAwards team, what you achieved was an evening that was totally comparable. I cried nearly the whole way through. It was just as emotional. Listening to people, I just found it fantastic, and I'm so chuffed to have just been a little part of it. It was just amazing. I just couldn't stop crying, and to have the sheriff,
yeah, he was great.
To stand up every time he came on, the sheriff of Cheshire. How lucky. And of course he's issued us all with a fantastic certificate, but it was, and I think every single person that took part of the evening will say that evening that you all, your team, the Community ReAwards team, were fantastic.
Yeah, we were really unsure of how it was all going to work being virtual, but yeah, we were really pleased at the end. Like, we felt it did go really well, and it did have that sense of community, in the sense that you could hear everyone's story and find out what the volunteers and fundraisers had been up to in the area.
It was an amazing night, and you know, seriously, massive round of applause to your team, because you did it, and it was fun. I know Sam Newey on purpose kept unmuting herself. I know she pretended that she was doing it as a joke, but no, that made it perfect. It was fabulous.
I'm trying to find her a t-shirt that says Sam unmute.
Oh, I'll find a one. Leave that one with me.
So how did you feel when you won your award?
Well, to be fair, I was nominated for the COVID-19 Heroes, and really I just think I'm just doing my job as on Radio Northwich. As you know, we're volunteers, and even though I'm one of the co-owners of Radio Northwich, none of us will ever earn any money, but we're there for the community. So when I looked at the people that have been nominated, I was absolutely floored that I've even been nominated for the COVID-19 Heroes, and to be on the same page as the amazing Nikki Price, Lily, the fabulous girl. I need to get her on my show from the
RAF squadron.
Yeah. I need to get her on my show. And that amazing chap that was doing all that cooking and all that, to be on the same page when literally all I've done is sat in my kitchen in my pajamas some days without my lippy on and chatted to people was phenomenal. And so but then to win that award, I was just overwhelmed, still overwhelmed. Really.
But it was really well deserved of Kim, because honestly, giving all those charities and fundraisers a platform to be on the radio is so important, and that's the way that they get more volunteers or people attend the events that they're putting on. So it is absolutely critical to fundraising and volunteering.
I didn't tell you about my nose. I've got this dripping post chemotherapy nose, everybody. Sorry. Now I'm about to cry as well. No, I am just very, very lucky, and I'm determined to get as many charities out there as possible, get them on the show. We're doing something very special for Cheshire Down Syndrome Support Group as well this month, because it's Odd Sock Day on the 21st of March. So I'm getting as many people to send me pictures of them, all of the family with their odd socks on. I just want to raise as much profile for as many people as possible.
No, that's fabulous. It really is. It's a massively well-deserved award that you received. So if anyone wants to get on your show or talk about a cause, how would they get in touch with you?
Certainly, you can find me via either info@radionorthwich.com or find me, Kim Smith. And honestly, I do a show every single day, Monday to Thursday, and at 2:00 I have a guest every day. And part of the deal really is that we talk about music, because that settles people in. We get people to choose their 4 songs, so they feel more comfortable by the time I go, right, who is Chris Judge? He's been chatting to me for 10 minutes, so he wasn't nervous at that point. So anybody get in touch. And of course, I'm now a big fundraiser, because I'm trying to raise £50,000 for the breast care centre at Leighton Hospital with my charity, Simply the Breast. So I know it from both sides, if you like. But yeah, anybody, message me, get on the show, and let's get your charity out there talking about it. And that's the most important thing.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time today. And it's been great speaking to you.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Take care.
Soon.
Bye.